so much from that as well. Maybe see some possibilities we haven't seen ourselves because we're in the thick of it. So yeah, we really want to encourage that alternative thinking and big dreaming from your part as well, and that's something that we're really keen to celebrate too.
I've got a question. So at our school we've got a number of students who are sort of music producers, DJs, and they're always looking for places to perform. I'm assuming that somewhere in the plans you've got the facility for a performance space, but they need smaller spaces to rehearse and practice or produce music on their own. So I'm thinking about, something like if you had a larger performance space we could use for nighttime events and raves and dance parties, but if that space could be modular so that walls come in and it sort of splits into sort of like 4 separate studios or something like that for the DJs to produce their music. It doesn't have to be on the site, but for something like that it would have to be located in a non-residential area because of the noise that would make at night.
Like a gym, tune around nightclub.
It could be a gymnasium as well, but with a light show. Have you guys been thinking about performance spaces and that sort of thing?
Has anybody been thinking about them? Well, as far as that's a really good thing to bring up because I guess we drew a lot of inspiration from not necessarily the subject areas, but in terms of the philosophies of UPT as well as existing facilities that the city offered. And so that's definitely something that we can look to expand on our sort of design process. And the other thing I guess I'd like to ask is like, how open are you guys to working with folks like the White Elephant Trust who are already looking into building facilities like that?
Yeah, that's a very good question. We actually do a lot of work with White Elephant. I've been involved with them for the last few years, and we've got an open partnership, collaboration for training DJs and putting on events. And they're in a similar situation. They used to use our level 5, the old building, in the basement to put dance parties on and raves and that sort of thing. So yeah, definitely open to continue working with White Elephant. So we might be able to sort of accommodate their needs at the same time.
And just on the 22nd, we were about to put out a press release from the school about a concept we had, which was Campus Unlimited, which meant that we would be much more involved with organisations like White Elephant, with the Youth Health Trust, who would operate off our sites outside of school hours, and we would open up our buildings in the evenings and the late afternoons when they weren't normally school time, for anyone who wanted to come in and provide some form of learning experience. We'd make that freely available, actually, just to encourage that sort of concept of a life and learning being there. And it was a bit of a waste of time, a bit of a waste of resources, only having a school use the facilities from, say, 8 o'clock in the morning until 4 o'clock at night.
I guess on that note, I'm quite interested in bouncing this idea off you. Like one of our ideas that was actually inspired by one of your students' wish list was to have an opportunity to have an apprenticeship with like work in the city, and like possibly linking apprenticeship with learning, so that like that it becomes part of what Unlimited offers, like as kind of a community education entity, as opposed to just kind of a place where you go to learn like NCEA learning outcomes. And so that's really interesting because there's a couple of us who are exploring that and looking at it in like different ways. And so like I would really encourage you guys to like look at what we have uploaded on the project website and like look at it a little bit more detail, because you'll find that like a lot of what we are doing and what you guys are expressing are quite in synchronicity. So it's really cool to see, like talk to you guys to like help us reinforce our thinking as well. So it's really cool. Was there anything else that you wanted to raise? And there's like ideas of like bringing business into the school, and the school being like an essential part of an economic engine for Christchurch, where like looking at sort of sustainability, like urban farming, and so like there's quite different like ideas that we are exploring individually. That we've got 14 students here who are all looking at different things, and they're focusing on quite different areas, and so in the end, you know, you'll have 14 very different ideas that you can kind of look at to see, like, you know, what if, you know, it could be a combination of those, like it doesn't have to be any one, but that's what we're doing here. What did I do?
So Alex, I've just figured out that we can actually download all those images, and we might even print them up and print them up and stick them up, and get students and things to add feedback to as well, so we can feedback to you. Sorry, I hadn't realised I could print them. So we'll definitely do that for you as well.
Yeah.
Did you guys have any last minute questions for us? Because we do need to get rolling into other staff meeting-y kind of things soon, unfortunately.
Yeah. We'll be really keen to receive the feedbacks on our projects, because that's what these students are really hoping to get from you guys. And you know, not as like a general feedback, but you know, if you did do that, that would be awesome. Like if you have like a piece of paper with each project maybe, and then, you know, allow students to just go up and write their thoughts on it, or add suggestions, or, you know, that sort of specific feedback is what we really value at this stage to help us kind of move forward. So,
Yep, we'll do that for you. And don't forget to, if you've got sort of like weekly themed questions, to post them to us, and I'll put them out for communities to discuss as well.
So we'd like to submit maybe our latest projects like in maybe a week's time, because we have another university review coming up on Friday. And so if you could print out maybe like early next week, and, you know, leave it up for like a week and have students come and go, and give us feedback on that, because the students have also done quite a bit of work since last time, which was about 4 weeks ago. And so we'd like to give you as much information to build your thought onto that, if that's okay. Hello, I can't hear you.
Sorry. So wait a week and then print them off.
Yes.
That was right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yep, we will do that. Yeah, cool. Okay, well, thank you. I hope you got some things out of it. It was really useful for more of our staff to hear what you're up to, and start bouncing more ideas around. So thank you for that.
Thanks for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Say goodbye.
See ya.